Hey everyone, welcome back to our Let's Play of Witcher 3. I was just running around looking for stuff and decided to go ahead and start recording. So, I'm into the little town where we found, where we had to go find the lost brother. And I'm just, wanted to see what was in.
Don't touch me!
Okay. I think if we try to take what's in over there, that'll be stealing, so we're not going to do that right now. But we will head north a little bit and see what this is here. I remember that being something. I think. Okay, so we have I think we have bandits up there. Okay, so the steel sword is our left sword, both on the scabbard and on our controls. So I think there was a recipe that you get here. And there may be actually a better way to get up there than this way that is not getting us up there. He's not grabbing. Oh, we're making friends. Okay. Yeah, we'll walk way down. I think there's a way to climb up back here. Or maybe not. Thought we were really close. Ah. Got some money. Okay, there's some drowners probably up over there. Leather straps help us crafting. As we get more and more of this stuff, we'll end up being able to craft these things we want easier and easier. Right now it's like super expensive to craft some of the stuff we want. And on the wrong side. We've been here and we've opened all these. Got a barrel. Oh, okay. I think we could probably sneak through here if we get around the barrel. Cannot do that now. And what about... Okay. It's always a good idea to have explosive barrels bouncing around like that. Okay. Well, we will drop down on the other side and grab that. Grab that chest. Nice. Some metal, some crystals, some leather. And now we should be able to come up the backside of that ruin. Okay, so obviously there's a grab point there. Let's see, is there anything to... See, we're on Quinn. Okay, got a deserter there. Off with his head. Oh, deserter leader. So he did a strong hit and made it through my defense. Okay, we have one more. Can't parry those yet. That's a skill you have to buy. Small blackjack. No red sword. Did he leave something over here? Linen. So now probably the linen is more beneficial to us. We will see about climbing that in a second. I don't know if he can or not. Ah, loot right there on the ground. Angry scrawled note. What am I supposed to fucking die for? Temeria? Dad died for that. So did my 3 brothers. What'd that get them? Fuck all, that's what. Not even a decent burial. Dad always said a wise man learns from others' mistakes. So here I am, learning from his. And instead of dying for Temeria, I'm gonna rob those who killed Temeria's sons. We pitched a camp, got us a great spot, middle of the woods, near the old mill. Now we're all set up to go on our first raid. So here's some of the books we haven't read in the past. His Imperial Majesty, Emir Var Emirys. Emir Var Emirys rules to expand. He has trained his strategic brilliance on a singular vision to conquer the world, though he rightly calls this not conquest but salvation. Yes, the Emperor of Nilfgaard sets the world alight with the torch of civilization. Trampling the still warm corpses of his father's usurpers, the Emperor seized the throne and began to assimilate the northern realms, one after the other. Terror engulfed the north. Only the Battle of Brenna slowed the Imperial army's march toward victory. A temporary peace then took hold, though none believed the mirage would last. Emir's aim to make the entire north a vassal of Nilfgaard remained unchanged. Emir used peace as a cover to intensify his political efforts. Now all can see their results. Chaos and disorder devour the Nordling states. Ridden with internal bickering and backstabbing, they near collapse. Only a strong ruler can grapple this dysfunction into function. Only a wise ruler can give vision to their blindness. Only Emir Var Emirys can save the north, so our armies have again crossed the Yaruga for the 3rd and final time. Dead Soldier's Letter. Gustav, I got something to ask of you. I've come into the possession of quite the stash of valuables. Don't ask how. Modesty prevents me from trumpeting the heroic deeds I performed in the fight for our beloved fatherland. At any rate, there's so damn much of it that there's no way in hell I'll carry it back on my own. So put everything in a chest and buried it on the beach at the base of a cliff with the 2 burned out huts on it. You know, we'd go crayfish hunting there, remember? So here's what you do. Grab a wheelbarrow, throw a shovel in it, and take it to the beach. Make sure no one sees you. We'll load the treasure and sell it all in Vizima. Split the earnings 50-50, like the family should. See you later, and remember, not a word to anyone. So we're looking for 2 burned out huts at the base of a, on a cliff on a beach. I wonder if that's the one we already found. Of sweat and blood. A veil hangs between the world men see, and the one they cannot. This veil blocks the dead from the view of the living, and the living from the view of the dead. Some mages can break through this veil and communicate with the dead, or else summon them to the world of the sun for short periods of time. This is the art known as necromancy. The dead can break through the veil and enter the world of the living on their own. Yet unlike the necromancers, in doing so they are not driven by reason and will, but by a thoughtless, irrational need. This need arises from the powerful emotions such as regret, longing, or wrath. Very often these emotions gain their power by being invested in material objects by the dead individual while he or she still knew life. The objects most frequently so endowed, wedding rings, favorite toys, or the instrument used for the crime which sent the returned individual to the other world in the first place. Okay. Okay, so we learned about night wraths, or noon wraths, alchemist power, powder vial. And let's see this chest. Interrogation board, diagram, serpentine steel sword. Okay, interrogation board, location, Amavet Fortress. Persons taking part: Sir Ignatius Varys, Bart, the Bailiff Andreas Bloom, Sir Ignatius Underling, Carmi, Gardy, and Belzy. Suspect: Colgrim, Witcher of the Viper School. The Witcher Colgrim stands accused of kidnapping Vidi, son of Paul, a beekeeper residing in White Orchard. Suspect was detained pending trial. Upon detention, he was searched, and a diagram for the forging of a steel sword was found in his possession on his person. It is suspected that this sword was used to intimidate and possibly kill the kidnapped child. It is likewise suspected that the accused possesses other such diagrams for the forging of death-dealing implements. Though none have been found to date, Sir Ignatius has requested the Witcher undergo preliminary interrogation with the application of torture. This will take place once a torture with the proper qualification has been found. Addendum: it was later discovered drowners were responsible for the boy's disappearance. Unfortunately, Colgrim died before this information reached the investigators. For rather than face the baronet's judgment, he chose trial by ordeal. Sir Ignatius agreed in order he cleanse the Varys family crypt of specters. Colgrim never emerged from said crypt. It is highly likely the motley wrath, specters, and evil powers reside therein proved too much for him. So we got a dead Witcher. And we've got a way to craft. Let's see. A steel sword. Viper. Okay, so we have blue gear is master item, yellow is magic, and green is Witcher gear. So steel sword, 49 to 61. Used when fighting humans, 15% chance to poison, 5% bonus experience from humans and non-humans. So we don't get the adrenaline point and critical hit of our current weapon, but there's a spot for us to put something in it. And we just need an iron ingot. So just buying one thing, even if it costs like $60 or whatever, is still going to be a good deal. So this is going to be something we want to go make almost right away. And we want to know more about the Viper and where he died. Oh, look at that. Find Coldrum's remains. Okay. So this is the family crypt. And there would be fighting specters. Oh, and a glyph. Yeah, so I thought there was an armor recipe here, but apparently it's the sword recipe, and it starts the quest for the armor recipes. Because we need probably a top and a bottom. Oh, find the armor for all elements. Oops. Well, I accidentally healed myself. So when I do that, I want to look at my character. Maybe inventory, actually. And 14% toxicity. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is a weapon, so we need to go to the need to go to a weaponsmith, and so I think that's not. Oh. Doesn't actually show up on the map. So I think the weaponsmith is up here and not here. So let's head. Head up that road and see what that is. Oh, can we let this rope down? Doesn't look like it. Okay, we got a bandit camp. And looks like 3 bandits. Whoa. Okay, so somebody's shooting at me.
Not good.
Okay, still shooting at me. Okay, this isn't the guy. But this guy over here with the in his underwear is, and now we got this guy. And bye-bye head. Okay. Chicken sandwich. Dumpling. Hardened leather. Orins and florins. Is that it? Something underneath there. Oh, plants. Oh, so we have a cart that went off the... Why am I taking damage? Oh, bees. I did not see the bees. Killer bees, Laszlo. Did we need Gambeson? Alchemist powder. Glen, allspice, dwarven spirit. Got us some alcohol. And some rune buffs. Okay, I want to try out what's on the other side of this bridge. We'll come up from the other side. We got stuff right out here. But here, let's go ahead and fast travel up to our Nilfgaard friends. Here it is. So we got a monster nest. Pursuing Witcher contracts on rare monsters can be a route to acquiring legendary Witcher gear. I think we have one contract.
Yeah.
And that is something about a well with a spirit. What does this do? That is not a dude. That's just armor.
Are you here to spy or haggle?
Neither. I'm here to put you to work.
Craft something for me.
Okay, level 10. Yeah, so only 8 gold to get enough stuff, and then 56 gold to make it. because we have the emerald dust. Silver sword. We are nowhere near having enough money for that. Let's see. Gambazon, slightly better than what we have. And it has a rune slot. 2% Igni, 2% Gwen, 5% Gwen. So this might be something that's worth putting on. So we have Viper Seal Sword, and we can put 2% chance to stun, 2% sign intensity, 3%. So it's either 3% sign intensity or a 2% chance to stun. We'll go and sell that. Okay, let's go ahead and move upgrade. I guess maybe we just do it by ourselves.
So long.
Okay. Okay. Two percent chance to stun, or 2% sign, or 3% sign intensity. So I think let's look and see what this looks like. Damage from monsters, elemental damage. Sounds good. Resistance to piercing, we're losing 1% piercing. Bludgeoning and slashing is significant. But then we can also put Gwen on there. So you go to 5% and 3%. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So sign intensity is 5%. And Gwen is 218 physical reduction. And we have a treasure hunt. Okay, so this says this is level 6. We're level 3. Quit your contract, that's a thing. Precious cargo, we're nearby. So we're going to go do this next. And we have 1 point available. So we have Gwen. Let's go ahead and make our Gwen explode. See if there's anything around here we can... Ah. So that's gonna be... What? I thought that was showing me I was stealing, but... Let's go ahead and save. Okay, so we got guys down here. Stuff to steal there. But no way we're gonna not be seen there. Let's explore the rest of this place and see if there's stuff we can get away with taking. You know, we're gonna have in just a level we're gonna have like the ability to buy armor, which is gonna cost like 1,000 gold or something like that for all the pieces. I don't know if it's gonna be worth it or not, but let's see. Okay, so we have a medic station, pop ball. That's used for something. Oh, this looks like a climbing area. Don't see anything worth anything out here. What about this? Is this a climbing area? Oh, they're making stuff up there. Oh, we could have just taken the stairs. Okay, I guess they want that piece of wood to be flatter.
Looking for trouble?
Yep. Okay.
What do you want? The Emperor shall guide us straight to Novigrad.
We all laying down. Oh, we're doing push-ups. Okay. I wonder if there's a way over there, if there's anything good. There looks like there's a... Oh, sorry. Oh. And another soldier out here. We can get on the walls.
May the sun shine upon you.
Oh, Nifgarden Medic. He's got his own unique name. So to talk to him?
Oh,
Sorry? They got cool Plague Doctor masks. Ah, look at that. Key required. Okay.
En med detta, Estrat SN Novigrad.
Well, let's definitely close this door. Oh. Okay, let's see if we can find a way around that gate.
Stop!
By jumping out here. I'm gonna make a jump for it. Okay, well, that didn't work. So that was the key. I wonder... if there's a way to get it without killing people. And making everybody hate me. Okay, we have wolves. We have stuff out there. It's not diving. Oh, there's a boat. New marker, spoils of war. Probably buckthorn out there. I have a bunch of it. For some reason, it's not letting me dive. Straborg, Stone. So it said guarded treasure. Guarded treasure. Okay. And then we need to make our way over there. Got ourselves a war. steel ingot. So the warg was level 5, I'm level 3, but I had no problem with it one-on-one. But I think if I were to get surrounded, things could get bad pretty quickly. Ooh, some blue guys. So I hear the wolves, but they seem to be pretty far off. Gas clouds are poisonous. Watch out. See all the buffs affecting you. Gas cloud. Move out of the gas cloud. I didn't see it. Oh, the gas came back. Okay. Okay. We're getting ready to go in. Let's go ahead and gonna try to find out what happened to this guy's stuff.
Cart tracks. Rode off into the swamp.
Okay, let's go check out these packages that fell off. Sorry about that. Okay, right into the... How do I come through here? Okay. Did not mean to do that. Drowner. Oh, there we are. So just circle around.
Damn, you're ugly.
Okay.
Here's the cart.
There's powder.
Cart's riddled with arrows. Interesting. I should take a look around.
Okay.
Cart's riddled with arrows.
Oh, there we go. But we have a dude over there. He may trigger a fight.
Square in the neck. Good shot. Either the merchant's got serious memory problems, or he's lying. An arrow. Didn't mention this.
not seeing a box. Okay. So here we have the box. Where we don't. There we go. Locked strong
That
box.
box he mentioned. Splattered with blood. Human blood.
Unless this is probably a mill. Something mechanical. Okay, let's come talk to this dude. Actually, let's look at our... Okay, Simper Ard, Igni, food and drink. Okay, so that's 77 gold there. Okay, can't do anything with that. Okay, I think I remember this. So we're gonna go ahead and save. Make sure our horse is nearby.
Oh, and you find the box?
Oh, he's got arrows.
Yeah, found your priceless chest. And someone who looks an awful lot like a cart driver with an arrow through his neck. No dryads in these swamps, and never known a drowner or a water hack to use a bow. So lacking any other suspects, I'm guessing.
Watch out! Behind you!
There's nothing behind me. I'm a witcher, I'd have heard it. Just like I can hear your heart, which is pounding. Like a liar's. Best hope you're a better rider than you are a liar.
Okay. Ah, come on, Roach. Come on, get on.
Come on. Gotta get him out of here. Wake up. See? Can't run from the truth. Not even on horseback. Now who are you, and why'd you attack that cart?
Private First Class John Gilmer. Temerian 6th Division, 2nd Regiment. Disbanded, but still active. Underground, in the woods. That was a medical transport. I'd be damned if it reached the Black Ones. And the medicine. Our lads could use it too. We've many ill among us. You let me go, and they might live and fight once more for a free North.
Yeah.
Fine. Go.
I forgot about that part.
And may you and your soldier buddies hiding in the bushes be victorious in your struggle against Nilfgaard.
You've a vile sense of humor. But you're a decent man. Here, the gold I promised. Use it well. Drink to the Silver Lilies, and to Foltest's memory.
Okay. Couple secrets there. Took our quests. Okay, the Beast of White Orchid. White Orchard, sorry. Okay, so this is a pretty big mission. We're not going to do that here. Devil by the Well. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Witcher contract. And then maybe we do the go after the Griffin, and then maybe we can come and do the Witcher stuff. That'll probably put us at level 4.
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well? That's what I read.
Aye. 'Tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
'Cause earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Felt dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well? But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And it don't let any man near.
Okay.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
What does the handshake mean?
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now, no one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off, please.
Decoctions, forktail, griffin close to night wrath. I think we're going up against a noon wrath or noon wraith. Close to cursed oil. Bear. We haven't run into bears. Spectre dust. Okay. We need honeysuckle. Let's go ahead and head up to, let's say it was Hovel. Yep, here's our hunter.
Whoa there, Roach.
Okay, here's our abandoned town. Let's go and save just in case.
The infamous well. Strange, no sign of a ghost. Maybe it only shows at a certain time of day. Grass around the well scorched. Grass around the well scorched. Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. All signs point to a noon wraith.
Okay, let's go ahead and check out the noon wraith. Okay, so beasts. So dogs. They say a dog's a man's best friend, but in these foul times, one best be wary even of his friends. Alfred Pankratz, beggar from Novigrad. Some clipped dogs are reflective of their masters. A well-treated pet replays his owner with loyalty and trust, whereas an ill-treated one repays this treatment in kind as well, meeting yells with barks and kicks with bites. Since there is an abundance of bad men, so too is there an abundance of bad dogs. Most dangerous of all are the vagrant mutts who have lost all respect for men and develop a taste for blood and carrion. And beast oil is good against them. We don't even know how to make that yet. Probably beast oil here as well. Wolves. Friends of mine used to say that with all of these griffins, basilisks, and whatnot, good old-fashioned wolves weren't nothing to worry about. Then the damn beast devoured half his flock. Ingvar Shepherd. Once upon a time, wolves were the absolute rulers of the forest. Men used them to frighten children, while adults too trembled at the sound of their howling. Post-conjunction monsters not only pushed wolves into the deepest wilds, but also took over their place in human nightmares. Yet this does not mean the old predators ceased to be a danger. Wolves do not have a drop of magic within them, breathe no fire and spit no acid, but that no way stops them from killing unwary travelers and hunters. Particularly dangerous are wargs, a nasty and ferocious subspecies of wolf, and the snow-white wolves, which today can only be found in the wild highlands of Skellig Archipelago. Okay, we know about the griffin. Necrophages. Okay, drowner. So drowners are weak to fire and necrophage oil. Okay. When at water's edge, you gotta be quiet. First of all, so not to scare the fish. Second, so you don't attract drowners. Yannick of Blaviken, fisherman. A drowner resembles a corpse dredged from the bottom of a pond. It's sickly blue or green in color, with slime and sludge oozing out of every pore, and the acrid stench of rot wafting off of it. That is why it is often thought drowners, along with their more dangerous cousins, vodniks, mucknixers, and drowned dead, arise from the bodies of those who drown in shallow water. Lost travelers falling into bogs, children who swim too far from the shore, or in the case of vodniks, inebriated peasants who stumble off narrow swamp trails. And specters. Okay, Devil by the Well. The residents of White Orchard had suffered more than their fair share of misfortunes. Passing armies had trampled their spring planting, a griffin had begun abducting their livestock, and the rotting ice on this painful cake, a Noonwraith, hunted a nearby well. No wonder the locals called this final evil a devil. The Witcher could sense something bound her to this place, and that in order to send her off into the ethereal realms, he would first need to learn her secret. Once that was done, he would have to prepare for battle, and a Noonwraith is a demanding opponent. She can disorient her victim by blinding him and creating mirror images of herself. These copies slowly suck their victim's life energy, while their mistress remains untouchable. In order to defeat her, the Witcher could not rely on his silver sword alone. The Yrden sign would also be needed to trap her and force her to take on material form. Okay, Moondust Bomb, we don't have one of those. Spectre Oil, we don't have one of those. Yrden signs, okay. We do have that. We don't use it much, but... Okay, Night Wraths. So we'll read Night Wraths. Night Wrath exude this immense sadness, this helpless wrath. I fear them, same as anyone, but most of all I feel sorry for them. Ellen Altspar, Elvin Troberitz. Compared to other two creatures of the night, catachans, necorats, and werewolves, for example, Night Wraths and their rare cousins Dusk Wraiths might not seem all that dangerous. After all, one might ask, how much harm could a pale, withered woman in a tattered dress do? The answer? Quite a bit. Instead of finding this out the hard way, avoid crossing fields and meadows at night at all costs. Like Noonwraiths, Night Wraiths are only found in rural areas. Travelers fall victim to them most often, but if legends are to be believed, they also sneak into huts at times and murder peasants in their sleep. When they attack, Night Wraiths remain immaterial for most of the time, meaning physical blows pass right through them. They only take more tangible form for brief moments in which they strike. When weakened, they will create several projections of themselves which cannot attack directly, but act as transmitters of sorts, through which the Night Wraiths can sap their victims' vital energy. Night Wraiths can turn immaterial and are at such times very difficult to wound. In order to force one to take on corporeal form, trap it with a Yrden sign or hit it with a blast of Moondust Bomb. Do not believe the old wives' tale and think yourself completely safe from Night Wraiths. During the day they appear under the light of the sun as well, but are much weaker than after dusk. And then Noon Wraiths. So we have no lower jaw and is that a big tongue hanging out there? Despite what is commonly thought, peasants do not interrupt their labors at midday to get out of the sun. They do so to avoid Noon Wraiths. Vlad Raymond, Peasants and Their Customs. On particularly searing summer days, when the sun reaches its zenith, wraiths will at times appear, resembling sun-scorched women dressed in long white robes. These are Noon Wraiths, the spirit of young women and girls who died violent deaths right before their weddings. Driven mad with pain or anger, they wander the field searching for their unfaithful lovers or backstabbing rivals, though they will kill anyone who does not get out of their way in time. They are often held in this world by some object of intense emotional significance. That is why, if one ever finds a wedding ring or a torn veil in the middle of a field, one should not pick it up, but instead back away as quickly as possible. Noon Wraiths are only known to haunt rural areas, usually stay near the place of their death. They prey on peasants working in the fields or children playing nearby. Noon Wraiths do not bleed and are for the most part immune to the effects of Witcher signs. They can create mirror images of themselves, which circle their victims in a kind of morbid parody of a dance. The ghastly ritual drains the victim's life energy while adding to their own strength. The Noonwraiths are also able to manipulate the physical world to a limited degree, kicking up clouds of dust, which temporarily blind and disorient their opponents. Noonwraiths can turn immaterial and are at such times very difficult to wound. In order to force a Noonwraith to take corporeal form, one must first trap it with the Yrden sign or strike it with a Moondust bomb. Once the monster has regained physical presence, one can mount a fast attack with a silver blade, preferably one coated in specter oil. Contrary to popular belief, Noonwraiths can also be encountered at night, but are much weaker than during the day. Plague Maidens. Okay. So, Plague Maidens. Patient seems to have hallucinations of a woman covered in scabs and boils, with rats scurrying about all around her. These ravings subsided after an administration of henbane and poppy extract. So get her high. Joachim von Gratz notes Vilmarius Hotel in Novgorod. When plagues ravages a region, a spirit will sometimes walk its lands, a ghost resembling an ill woman whose flesh rots off her bones and in whose wake crawls a cavalcade of rats. No one knows whether this spirit brings the pox with her or is merely drawn to it like a moth to a light. Yet it is certain that she delights in the dealing pain and suffering and hearing the howling and moaning of men. Many have called into question the very existence of plague maidens, or pesta, as they are sometimes called. Only 2 sightings of such a creature have ever been recorded, with both times during raging epidemic. As the name plague maiden suggests, these wraiths take the appearance of females. Though exactly why that is remains a mystery, some speculate they, like other such specters, arise from the powerful emotional charged association with certain circumstances of death, such as death preceded by a long and particularly painful illness. Not much is known about the fight of a plague maiden, though one can assume they possess many traits in common with other phantoms and wraiths. They undoubtedly pose a great danger, though a witcher's immunity should at least prevent him from catching contagious illnesses they carry. And then wraiths. So, Moondust Bomb, Spectre Oil, Yrden Signs, and Quen. So these are just wraiths in general. Finish all your business before you die, bid your loved ones farewell, write your will, apologize to those you've wronged, otherwise you'll never truly leave this world. Paul Vicker, Peasant Healer, Advice to a Dying Man. Clerics and scholars are forever debating whether spirits do in fact journey to another world after they die, one where eternal joy or suffering awaits. Both groups agree, however, on what happens to spirits who, for one reason or another, remain in our world after the body breathes its last. They transform into wraiths. To hear their mournful howls, one can surmise this is not a fate to be envied.
Something's tied the Noonwraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world.
So let's see if we can find something. So, it's not plates, it's not a doll, it's not alcohol. Okay, some broken, some weird box and broken, headstones. Okay, so we got a big chest here. Bear fat. Nice. So that lets us make something. Okay, let's look at our Spectre oil. Awesome. So let's go ahead and apply that. Yeah, make sure our silver sword has Spectre oil. Oils, potions, and bombs are consumed upon use and can run out. To replenish your stock of these items, enter meditation panel. If you have hard alcohol in your inventory, you will automatically be used to create a new batch of alchemy every time. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. Yeah, they want to be giving us the ability to make Spectre oil. Ah, something right over there. Okay. So we got some books and... oh, remains. Black Magic Doll. Yellow Diary.
Might be useful.
Okay. 1250. It's happened. Volker sent a petition of our grievances against the Lord to the court at Vizima. Listed all the harm he's done us. How he killed Johann for not taking off his cap quick enough. How he trampled our fields when drunk with nary a thought of repayment. How he barged in during Peter's wedding and demanded his right of the first night. Now we finally got what we begged Militel for in our prayers for so long. The judge recognized our grievances and waived all our bonds and duties to the Lord. We can finally strike out on our own. At last, we can live as free men. The first day of our freedom. Hovel's not much of a village yet, but to my mind it's better than the most fantastic palace. Volker fumed our home with hazelwood smoke to drive out evil, buried a marten under the gate to make sure no thieves crossed our threshold, and then gave me a bracelet, loveliest I've ever seen. Mother said it's foolish to spend so much on a bauble when we haven't plows nor hoes, and that we ought to return it to the merchant. Over my dead body. I'll never take it off. It'll always be there to remind me of Volker, of how happy we were that day. They say the Lord is coming to see us, that he wants to make a deal, to beg us to return to the village. They say he's calm since his son died, that he's not as quick to anger about small slights. Well, we'll see. One way or the other. One way or another, I have no intention to move 1 inch from here.
That bracelet might be what ties the woman's spirit to this place. A man, stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More blood stains over there. But it's not his blood. Blood stains, barely visible. Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was still alive. Palm prints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life. No body in sight, but might still find some tracks. Under the right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades.
Is that true?
Another print by the well.
Okay, on the wall. Find out what binds the two throughout the village. I think we're gonna hit this one. Oh. Nope, this is the... I thought there were two buildings, but it's only one. There's a handprint. And a rope. And a rabbit coming to a visit.
Wraith won't stray too far from the well. Bloodstains. Almost faded. But the line's taut. Something's not right.
Somebody's still hanging
Hanged by the
from...
bucket rope. Woman the journal belonged to. Must be. Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm's missing. Need to cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs. Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman.
Okay.
Need to cremate the remains. Was she wearing the bracelet from her... Gotta jump down there.
Sure, why wait? Ah. No says it's an item needed to complete a quest. Okay.
Lucky not to come up empty-handed. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker.
I wonder if they're
Bracelet
related.
must have belonged to the woman in the well. Lovely craftsmanship, but I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noon Wraith for good. Better do it near the well.
Yep. I can't dive here. Why isn't it letting me die? It's not letting me dive. Yeah, it still thinks I'm swimming on the surface. Okay. I'm having problems. I'm going to save.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead.
You have a certain degree of control. Is good. There we go. Glad that worked. There we go. Precision Bolt Chort Decoction. Good, we're gonna actually go in here a little bit just to make sure we didn't miss something here because we couldn't dive. Bubbles, but nothing else. Okay, well if this if this water is just pond water.
Need to prepare for this fight. Brew some wraith oil, drink some potions.
I'll look at potions. Oh, honeysuckle. I think that gets us another. Oh, clears toxicity and cancels all active potion effects. So if we do something that damages us, that resets everything. So we need water essence. We need inspector dust. I bet we'll get that right now after this fight. And short provides complete resistance to the stagger effect and reduces the knockdown effect to stagger. And all we have to do is kill a chort. I don't know what a chort is, but okay. Let's go ahead and save. And we will go ahead and meditate. And that will get us 3 healing attempts. Okay, let's go ahead and burn the body. Oh, and we should have gotten
bracelet. Igni.
Erden up and going first. Yeah, alt on there.
Hey, I think it worked.
There we go. So how to keep her
Gone.
inside our Erden. Lunareth trophy. Okay. Okay, Dwarven spirits and Echinacea petals and ergot seeds. Okay. For a Noonwrath decoction that significantly limits the duration of knockdowns, hypnosis, stun, and blindness. I'm not too worried about those kind of things though. But this is one I'm definitely looking forward to, so we want to make sure we have some Dwarven Spirits. So we need either Dwarven Spirits or Mahakaman Spirit. And we can make that. Cool. That went well, though. I imagine if you didn't pay attention and you tried to fight them without throwing down the Yrden sign, like, it's just impossible to kill her. Then she spawns her whatever minions, and you just have to go and attack them. So.
Job done. The well was haunted by the ghost of a woman who was killed there. I drove it away.
I just hope every unburied wretch don't start haunting us. Well, that battlefield's gonna cause us a heap of trouble.
If they do, you know who to contact. Meanwhile, Claire, Volker, names ring a bell?
I don't know him. Though I did hear our herbalist Tamira mention a Claire once. Same one, maybe? Your reward, Master Witcher. The gold I'd hid away for Mandy's dowry. Without you, she'd never have lived to wed. Now, there's hope for it, at least.
Yeah.
How about that? Never expected to get a dowry.
Nor did I suppose I'd ever give one to a Witcher. Strange times these ones.
Oh, only 20 crowns. I should have.
Strange and sad.
I should have left it with him. Now I feel bad for keeping it. Ironically, if it had been more, then I wouldn't have felt so bad taking it. Like if it bought me new armor, I'd be all for it, but...
Freak.
Okay, that's not... Where is... Okay, still farther. So Ribley, we can, and Moliero, we can just sell straight back to her. We know we can get a ton of this later. I heard somebody scream. Obviously we have wolves everywhere. I'm not sure where the screamer went.
Yes?
Listen, ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarreled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family, moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing, no bloodshed. But you saw. Word is Claire said something about the lord's son, Florian. Something that made the lord furious. But who knows the truth?
Lots of misfortune for such a small village.
'Tis so in every village. Even the smallest. You need only ask. But let's not end on a teary note. Here, a bit of solace. Yes?
Still giving me stuff. Hold more petals. Ordinarius.
Got any herbs you're willing to sell?
I'm sure I can find something.
Okay. So Quinn sign. So there's nothing here for bear fat. Oh, $50. Yeah. So let's start by selling her a bunch of honeycomb. And let's see about cursed oil needs 2 wolfsbane, 1 ranagrin, so we didn't get specter dust. Let's see. Water essence. Just need one of these, I think. Ranagrin and wolfsbane. One more wolfsbane. Okay, one more wolfsbane. Water essence is way too expensive. Yeah, it's It cost me $300 to get that to be able to make in order to make the cat's eye potion. So we can sell all but 4 Burrican fruit. So not a lot of money, but
Farewell.
okay. What does that leave us with quests? Secondary quest done. Treasure hunt. Okay. Think we're ready to go after the Griffin. So I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and we will come back and go after the Griffin. So join me for that. Thanks for watching. Bye.